Hey there, Oakland University. Welcome to Explore OU. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia, and today we have quite a show for you. We're going to take a look at a couple of events that happened in January, as well as talk to Shannon Oberski from Meadowbrook Hall to find out more about the hall. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Explore OU, and thanks for sticking around. First up, we're going to take a look at Casino Night 2016. OU TV's production crew took a different approach this year and produced their very own heist film around the event. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Gina Bellini reporting for OU. We're here at the SPB's Casino Night. Students will be given raffle tickets and they can choose from a number of games including Blackjack, Texas Hold'em, and my personal favorite, Roulette. Let's check it out!
All right, ladies, the reason I called you here today is because we're gonna plan the most elaborate heist in the history of history. All right, so here's the plan. One night a year, student program board and the residence hall's programming get together and they turn the OC into a fully fledged casino for a night. They got games and music and dancing and food and blah, blah, blah. It's totally cute, actually, and we're totally gonna rob it. We're gonna pose as a TV news crew getting the story. Gina's job is gonna be to interview the people under the guise of a reporter. She's gonna gather some intel, and she's also gonna serve as the distraction for the event's organizers.
I'm here with Cassie Hawk, the annual events director of the Student Program Board, and we're here at Casino Night. How is it going tonight?
It's going great. We started the event at 7 and it's been really fun. There's a lot of students here. Everyone's having a great time playing games, eating food, and making some of the takeaways.
Could you tell us about some of the events happening tonight?
Yeah, so we have a ton of different games of chance where students can play to get chips, and then chips turn into raffle tickets, and then there are 20 different prizes that they can win. There's also going to be a comedian at 10:45, a high rollers lounge, there's food in the gold rooms.
Katie's job is going to be to act as our camera person, getting B-roll for our news package. But in reality, she's going to be filming all the other players' cards and letting me know what hands they have on my phone.
How do you think the turnout is this year?
I think it's great. We have a lot of students. My goal is to get about 1,200 to attend. We had about 1,000 at the Fall Carnival, so I just want to up our numbers a little bit. And it looks like we have a great turnout tonight.
Is it true there's a chocolate fountain?
It is true. There's a chocolate fountain in the gold rooms.
That's really about all we need.
And Sue will defy all Asian stereotypes and be our getaway driver.
No, I don't want to do it.
All right then, back to it.
Give it up. I know OUTV's just a front for the greatest criminal organization this side of the Mississippi.
You don't get it, do you? Just the fall guy, man.
Talk about an award-winning package. If you miss casino night, make sure you check out other SPB events, as they're always a good time. Next, we're going to take a look at Grispose, an RHA-held Leader Dog for the Blind fundraising event. Brought students to the banquet rooms to have fun, play games, and pet some puppies. Let's take a look.
You are at Grispose presents the Minute to Win It. Minute to Win It is basically a couple of games that are really simple, from like stacking cups to trying to get a ball in the cup. You have to get the jobs accomplished in a minute. Basically what happens is you come up here and you sign a waiver. We give you 15 free tokens, and then you use the tokens to play the games. Each game is a token apiece, and then we have a caricature artist, that's 3 tokens, and a photo booth, that's 2 tokens. After you run out, we have $1 equals 3 tokens, and $5 equals 21 tokens. And all the proceeds go to the Leader Dog Association.
The Leader Dogs for the Blind is a Rochester-based charity who have been treating and placing helper dogs since 1939. No strangers to OU, the dogs were welcome guests at the fun-packed event. With their tokens, students could try their luck at multiple mini-games to win raffle tickets, which in turn could be entered in a raffle to win one of the many great prize packages that RHA had offered.
The prizes, there's 2 large snack towers that include like pretty much anything a college person would need, a smart TV, car kit, which includes an emergency backup generator, Fitbit, Charge HR, and a relaxation kit.
When it was all said and done, RHA had raised over $450 for the Leader Dogs, helping the association provide the quality care and training for their leader animals.
Wow, what a great event. Hopefully they raise a lot of money for Leader Dogs. I couldn't think of a better organization to raise money for. And anytime they bring puppies to campus, fine by me. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll be talking with Shannon Oberski from Meadowbrook Hall to find out more about OU's historic landmark. Stay tuned.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it! I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I've just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to Explore You. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia, and today we are at the beautiful Meadowbrook Hall on the campus of Oakland University, talking with Shannon Oberski, the Director of Marketing here at the Hall. Hi, Shannon. Thank you for being here today and talking with us.
Yeah, thank you for thinking of us. We appreciate it.
Great. So, getting right into it, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you earn your degrees?
Well, I'm actually an OU graduate.
Oh, really?
I'm an alum, yes. I'm originally from Traverse City, Michigan.
Nice.
I grew up there, born and raised, and then moved here in 1998 to go to Oakland University. I'm a graduate of 2001.
Great.
and I have a degree in art history, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, so my path changed a little bit, but and I ended up here at Meadowbrook Hall. I took a museum studies of 400 class my senior year at Oakland, and at the time the director here was teaching the class, and we just made a connection, and I fell in love with the hall, and kind of that's the story, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah, wow. So I mean, art history, it really goes hand in hand with working here at Meadowbrook
Yes, absolutely.
Hall.
You're right. Absolutely. Kind of, it gives you an appreciation for all that's around you, and I have an understanding of what it's about and its importance in history. So it's been a great opportunity for me, and I've been very lucky.
So how long have you been at OU? I know you kind of just
Okay, so I've been here, I guess I started, I was trying to think about that earlier. 2001, I started here. I graduated and started at Meadowbrook Hall within that same year. So I've been here since 2001.
Okay.
In different roles. I started here doing the community events and programs, and then went part-time for a while after I had my children. I have twin daughters, so I went part-time for a little bit and then came back full-time when they went to school.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
So several roles here, but all of them at Meadowbrook Hall.
Correct, yes.
Okay,
yes.
and what is your role now?
Now I am the Director of Marketing and Community Relations here at the Hall, and really what that's about is marketing in the traditional sense of promotion of the Hall for its community programs as well as museum rental activity. And then community relations in the sense that promoting our programming, representing the Hall within the community, public relations, those types of things.
Very cool. So now for the people who are, just watching the show and maybe don't really know, what is Meadowbrook Hall? Tell us a little bit about the history. Right. So Shannon, switching gears, talking more specifically about the Hall, what is Meadowbrook Hall, and what is some of the history behind it?
Meadowbrook Hall is a museum. In a traditional sense, a historic house museum. It's also a community cultural center. The former residence of Matilda Dodge Wilson, who is the founder of Oak University.
So she donated all the land?
She did. So in 1957, she donated $2 million, 1,500 acres, and this house to start Oak University. She passed away a couple years later, and the hall was opened to the public in 1971. And she's also the widow of John Dodge, as in Dodge Brothers Motor Car Company. So Meadowbrook Hall essentially is the indirect result of the success of the Dodge Brothers Car Company.
So tell me a little bit more about the Dodge brothers and what happened with them.
Sure,
story.
Absolutely. So the Dodge brothers were two brothers from Niles, Michigan, who were mechanical geniuses and innovators, and they're integral in the success of helping the fledgling automotive industry, which resulted in them creating their own car company, the Dodge Motor Car Company. The first car rolled off the line in 1914, and it was said that really the prototype, the idea for that first car came while they were here at Meadowbrook Estate.
Wow.
So I have that direct connection to the Dodge Brothers Car Company as well.
Wow, so they started Dodge,
It really, essentially the story goes like this. Meadowbrook was a working farm. This was a Meadowbrook Farms, and this was their estate, and they had a country retreat out here. And the Dodge brothers really came up with the first idea for their prototype for their first car here on the estate grounds where Meadowbrook Hall is now located.
Wow, that's incredible. I did not know that.
See,
I knew
it's
it
interesting.
was the Dodge brothers, but I just didn't know that this is where it all started. I thought this was just a home for them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they actually never lived here on the property, but the Dodge children did.
Gotcha.
So John Dodge, they would have lived at the farmhouse actually, which is still on the estate grounds. That was their country retreat.
Wow.
And then when he passed away, Matilda built Meadowbrook Hall.
How big is it? How many rooms? All the logistics?
So it's all the fun facts, right? So it's 88,000 square feet. It's the fourth largest historic home in the United States. It's got 110 rooms. 39 chimneys, 24 fireplaces.
Oh, geez.
I want to think, is it maybe 22 bedrooms?
Oh, man.
2 elevators, a movie theater. It's just a ballroom, a 2-story ballroom.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's full of a lot of different things.
Yes.
Yes. So in the past few years, I think we touched on this, Meadowbrook Hall is a historic landmark. Tell us a little bit about the importance of that and, Meadowbrook Hall achieving that status.
Sure, absolutely. So we were named a National Historic Landmark in 2012, and I think it's really important to the Hall and to Oak University because it really sets us up the platform to really tell the story of the Dodge brothers, right? Their history, how they are important to the automotive industry. We tell the story of the determination of Alfred and Matilda Dodge Wilson in the creation of Oak University, in the creation of this was a working farm, it was an iconic estate, and then eventually the founding of the university, right? So really it's the epitome of the American dream. And I think what a great educational experience it is, what a story to tell here on our campus for university students, that what this you can accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely important, in the history of OU and in the present for OU as well.
Right, absolutely.
Nice. So what kind of events does Meadowbrook Hall host, specifically for the community and for, more specifically OU?
Well, we do a variety of community events. As I mentioned earlier, being a cultural center, we try to engage the community in different ways. So we have lots of different community programs and events. We have a jazz in the garden series. We have a dinner and a movie program where they can watch movies in the ballroom, which was the family's original movie theater. Wow. We have a wild game dinner, which is essentially a fundraiser. I think the holiday walk is what we're most known for, where the house is decorated for the holidays for 29 days.
I've been there.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. If you've never been,
awesome.
that's always the time to come, right? And so we do a variety of programs like that for the public, but the students can also enjoy those programs as well. They can partake in any of those activities as well. Specifically during the holiday walk, we do have an OU night for OU faculty, staff, and students where they can come that night, and students get to tour the house for free at any time. They need to come during a regular scheduled tour time, but as a OU student, you're able to access Meadowbrook Hall for free.
So you just need your student ID?
You just need your student ID. So during the holidays, we do charge $5 for students because essentially it's a fundraiser for us, right? But it's an opportunity that they can bring their family and their friends to come for OU night, and they can explore Meadowbrook Hall as well at the OU rate, which is a nice experience. OU events that we do for students, of course, the Meadowbrook Ball is hosted here twice a year. There's 2 now, I believe, because it's so popular, right?
Yes.
And the Student Center for Activities actually puts the event on, but Meadowbrook Hall is the place where it's hosted, right? Yep.
That's incredible. Yeah, I haven't been to a Meadowbrook Ball, but I know it's all the rage. And
I never made it either. The tickets are hard to get. When I was a student here, I never came.
No.
So I know another really cool thing that we do during orientation is the students can do the walk, where they can come from campus and they can walk over and check out the hall. And I think that's been pretty popular over the years to get an idea to have this great historic house on your school campus. It's pretty cool.
I remember that freshman year.
Do you?
My brother was still here as a senior, and he took me along. And I was like, wow, this is on campus? This is free?
I remember the first time I saw it, my brother went to school at Oakland as well, which is the reason that I came here. And he took me to the end of the driveway, and he's like, you've got to check out this incredible place. And I remember at the edge of the driveway, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was pretty incredible. It makes
it's
quite
a
the
great
impression.
Place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how can students get involved in Meadowbrook Hall? I know that you talked about that they can come tour the hall for free, but more specifically, if they were like you, they wanted, like when you were a student here, how can they get involved? What kind of opportunities?
There's lots of different opportunities. First and foremost, they can certainly volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers at different capacities to help out with archives, collections, giving tours, working in the museum store, those types of things.
Sure.
We do also offer part-time student employment as well for the same types of capacities, same types of roles. We employ a lot of students here throughout the year, especially during their holiday walk and summer touring. And there's internship opportunities as well through Art and Art History Department to work with our curator. We also, I touched on it, volunteer opportunities, but I know that OU track team comes every year and helps us with our holiday walk teardown as well too. Yep.
So a lot of different ways that people
can absolutely. If they're we get students contacted who are in a studio art class and they need to come and do drawing or take photography or they need to do research for a paper. We certainly are available for all those types of things where we're at their fingertips. It's a great resource for them.
Absolutely, and it's right on campus.
It's right on campus, right? Doesn't get better than that.
So where can people, students, people, anybody who want to find out more information about Meadowbrook Hall, find out your hours, all that.
All that good stuff, right? So you can go to our website. It's meadowbrookhall.org.
Okay.
If you go on our website, it's going to list all the hours, all the opportunities, the events that we have going on, all of our history, information, anything that you need is going to be right there.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, great. So any final thoughts that you want to leave our viewers, any final words you want to say to them about Meadowbrook Hall?
Just, if they haven't been here, I hope they come check it out. I think that they have this great resource at their fingertips, and to be able to have the, essentially, Meadowbrook Hall is the cornerstone of Oak University's educational legacy, right? It started here.
Right.
So come check it out, get inspired, and look what happens when you work hard.
Thank you very much, Shannon. We appreciate you sitting down with me and telling us a little bit about the hall, and I hope a lot of people come and take advantage of it, because I know I did when I was a student, and I, can't say enough about the hall.
Great, thank you so much.
Stay tuned for more Explore OU after the break.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Explore OU. Before we leave you, let's take a look at some of the cool events happening in the month of February. Check it out. Well, that's all the time we have for Explore OU today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to tune in next month for another fun and exciting show. I'm your host, Horacio Zaglimbia. See you next time.